Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you might be watching. This time I'd like to show you how the right mouse button works in conjunction with the autofill button. The autofill button, as I'm sure you know, is the little button here in the bottom right hand corner of an active cell, and when I carefully point my mouse at that button, the cursor changes to a crosshair, which means that I can use it to autofill. Most people will use that autofill button with the left mouse button, but I'd like to show you how to use it with the right mouse button. It's a great time saver and gives me a lot more options than I have with just using the left mouse button and autofill. So I've got across here some starting numbers. I'm going to increase the numbers by 1 on this particular number here. So if I click on that cell and then point my mouse at the autofill button, it changes to a crosshair, but this time I'm going to hold down the right mouse button and drag down. And the only thing that ever happens when I drag down with the right mouse button is that a menu appears. Now what I can do is to click Fill Series, and each of the numbers will increase by 1. But what if I started at the number 1 and I wanted the numbers to increase by, let's say, 5 each time? Maybe handy for indexing. So right mouse button down, autofill down, but this time I click on the command Series. And when I click on Series, I change the step value to 5. And when I click OK, there it has increased the step values by 5 each time. I could have stopped at any number had I wished by simply saying in the series stop value, stop when you get to a certain number, but I've simply autofilled down all the way. Okay, now this next one is interesting. Increasing numbers by a growth percentage. Let's say that I have $1,000 and I can invest that $1,000 at, we'll say, 6% per annum. How much will I have after, we'll say, 10 years? So I'm going to start here and right mouse button down, and there I'm going to just autofill those cells, and when I click on Series, I'm going to say that the growth in the series is going to be 106%. That is, I'm making 6% each year based on the balance of the previous year. Now when I click OK, there I see it increases by 6% on the previous cell each year. So that's how you can work out what an investment, for example, might be worth based on growth. Now I can also use the right mouse button in conjunction with dates. So when I start at the 1st of January 2014, which happens to be my birthday, I'll right click and drag down, right mouse button down, and this time, because I started with a date, I see now that the days are available to me. So if I click Fill Days, it increases the days by 1. Obviously if I right mouse button down and fill the months, it increases the months by 1 each time. And again, to right mouse button down with the autofill for years, I see it increases the years by 1. Fill weekdays. Very handy in HR departments where you may not need to take care of weekends. So if I click on this cell and hold my right mouse button down and autofill down, this time I'll just fill the weekdays. And it knows, for example, that the 4th and the 5th of January 2014 are Saturdays and Sundays, etc. for the 11th and the 12th, the 18th and the 19th, so it leaves out the weekends. So that's how I can use the right mouse button in conjunction with autofill. Great time saver, little bit of practice involved, but you'll find it's extraordinarily handy once you get used to it. Okay, thanks for watching, folks, and don't forget to subscribe unless you already have. We'd love to have any comments that you wish to make, and a thumbs up if you feel inclined to do so. Thank you for watching.